Sting me.
Welcome back, gamers, to another turn-by-turn video. Today's turn-by-turn video is going to be for Libertalia. Libertalia is a 2 to 6 player game. It plays in about 40 to 60 minutes, and it comes to us from Asmodee. In Libertalia, you get to play as a pirate crew, and that pirate crew consists of about 30 crew members. You have 30 player cards that you're going to be using to loot ships. And the game spans 3 campaigns. And in each of those 3 campaigns, you have 6 days of looting and 1 day of counting your riches. So after the 3rd campaign, the player with the most riches wins the game. Libertalia is a great game. It has great artwork. It has a great theme. The theme is really strong in this game. But today's video, I'm going to take you through the first campaign of the game. We're going to be doing 6 days of looting, 1 day of counting our riches, and then that should give you enough turns to decide if Libertalia is a game for you. Libertalia is a card bluffing game, so if you like card bluffing games, stay tuned. Let's jump in and see how Libertalia plays turn by turn. Alright, let's play some Libertalia. I've already got the game kind of set up here. I have it set up for a 2-player game. I'm going to play the black pirate and the blue pirate. I'm going to apologize up front. This game isn't going to be much of a nail biter in terms of who's going to win, because I'm going to see both cards for both player hands. And this also isn't really going to get into much strategy because I'm going to try to play the cards pretty quickly, just so that we can get through all the turns. So there might be cards that I play that probably don't make any sense, but I'm just going to be trying to throw cards down in somewhat of a hurry just so that we can get through this and you can see how the game plays, but not much strategy here. If you do want to see the game set up and go through all the components, watch our set it up video. That goes through the game setup and all the components and kind of why they go where they do. The only thing I'm going to touch on here is, since this is a 2-player game, we only put out 2 loot tokens on each of the 6 days that we'll be looting the ship. If this were a 6-player game, you'd have 6 tokens for each day. It just comes down to 1 loot token per player. So with that, the game is set up. We're going to jump into the first day of looting. Both players would pick up their decks or their crew cards into their hand, and they're going to pick the first card that they're going to play. So the black pirate is going to kind of go through their cards here real quick, and they're going to play this card, and then the blue pirate is going to look at their hand, and they're going to try to decide what they want to play. And this right here is where it gets slow, so I apologize for not talking a ton. Just trying to look through these because I don't know what these hands were. I probably should have looked prior to this video. We'll just play this. So both players chose their card. Both players will then flip over the card to reveal which card they played, and then you place them in the rank order, starting with the lowest rank, which is the black pirate's waitress, rank of 8, and the topman, rank of 16, and that number is in the top left-hand corner, the wax seal. That tells you what the rank of the card is. So then we're going to go through the day phase of day 1, starting with the black pirate, no day actions to resolve. Blue pirate, no day actions to resolve. So then we go into the dusk phase of day 1. And the dusk phase is the sun here with the clouds, the sun setting. So we go back we start with the highest ranking member of the crew down to the lowest. So we start with the blue pirate. They're the topman, so they pick up their card and they're going to place it into their den, and then they pick up the first loot token since they had the higher rank card, and then the black pirate will pick up their card and they pick up the Spanish soldier. And unfortunately for them, the Spanish soldier means the card that they played, they actually don't put that into their den, they discard it because that crew member was killed in the capturing of this soldier. Then we look at the night phase for day 1, and that is we resolve any night actions that might be on player cards in their den area. Black pirate, no cards. Blue pirate, they don't have any night actions, so that would end the night phase. And then we start day 2, the second day of looting for this campaign. Looking at the cards, we start by each player going through their hand and seeing we have a saber and a relic, a cursed relic out there for loot. So both players might be thinking, might want to go high here because they don't want that curse. So black pirate is going to play this card. Blue pirate, I'm going to have them actually play the same card so that we can see what happens there when two players play the identical cards. So we're going to reveal both of those cards, and they both have played the armor, both having a rank of 20. So we place those out in the play area, and whenever there's a tie, whenever two players play the same card, two or more players depending on the number of people we have at the table, you want to look at the secondary number down here in the lower left-hand corner, and that's the strength value of the card. So for the black pirate, it's a strength of 3, and the blue pirate strength of 1. So actually here we're going to swap the order here because the black pirate card is actually stronger with the 3. So now we're going to start with the day phase of day 2, resolving any day actions, going up, increasing order of rank. No day actions, so now we go into the dusk phase. We start with the black pirate. No dusk actions, so they pick up their loot token, which is the saber, which then allows them to kill off one of the players to their left or the right. So in this case, there's only the blue player to kill off one of their cards from the blue player's den. So that will go into their discard pile or their graveyard. The blue player will pick up their card, place that into their den, and they'll pick up the cursed relic loot. That would end the dusk phase, and now we begin the night phase. And the night phase says, for the armor card, gain 1 doubloon for each of your sabers. Well, the black pirate has 1 saber, so they're going to they get 1 doubloon from the bank area. The blue pirate also has the same card, but they don't have any sabers, so nothing happens. That would end the night phase for day 2, and then we start day 3. Day 3, same as the other days. Each day we're going to do the same thing. You're going to start the day by each player deciding which crew member do they want to send to the ship to loot. So looking at the cards, the black pirate is going to play that card, and then the blue pirate, they're going to go ahead and they're going to come out and play this card. So then both players will reveal their cards, and again we look at the rank. Top left-hand corner, the black pirate has the lower ranking crew member, so they go first in the order of things, and then the blue pirate. Then we start the day phase, and the day phase starts with any day actions. The black pirate, take one of your discarded characters back into your hand. Don't show it to the other players. So the black pirate's actually going to be able to pick this card back up and put it back into their hand. The blue pirate, no day action, so that ends the day phase for day 3. Now we go into the dusk. No dusk action, so we'll just move through here quickly. The blue pirate picks their card up, places it into their den, and then they choose the token of loot that they want. The black pirate will pick up their card, and they are stuck with the cursed relic loot token. We then go to the night phase. Black pirate, gain 1 doubloon for each of your sabers. I still have that 1 saber, so I gain another doubloon. Add that to my supply. Then we go over to the blue pirate, and they have the same thing. Gain a doubloon for sabers, none. But then they have the Granny Wada card. Gain 2 doubloons if you're the only player with Granny Wada in your den. Otherwise, discard all copies of Granny Wada from all dens. So since blue pirate is the only pirate with Granny Wada in their den, they get to pick up 2 doubloons for this night phase. And the nice thing about the night phase is they happen every night. It's not like the day and the dusk actions will only happen the one time during that phase. Once it happens, it happens. But the night actions will actually happen each of the 6 nights as long as you had that card out. So that's a repeating action that happens throughout the campaign. That ends day 3. Now we move into day 4. Again, both players are going to look to their crew and say, which crew member do I want to send to the ship to loot? We have a treasure chest that's worth 5 and a general good that's worth 1. And that actually might be rum for the 1 doubloon. So the black pirate is going to play that card. The blue pirate, they're thinking they want that treasure chest, so they're going to play that card. They're going to go strong. We flip the cards over to see what we have. And we have the Granny Wada for the black pirate and the captain for the blue pirate. So we place those in order, increasing order, lowest to highest. We're going to do day actions first. Day actions for Granny Wada, none. Captain, gain 3 doubloons. So the blue pirate will pick up 3 doubloons in this day action. Add those to their supply. Now we go to dusk. There are no dusk actions on the cards, and there really is very few dusk actions on most of these cards. There's a few cards that have it, but that's a little more rare of an icon to show up. But sometimes you will have a card that has a dusk icon on the card. So since there's none here, the blue player picks their card up, puts it in their den, and they get first choice. And of course, they're going to pick the treasure chest that's worth 5. The black pirate picks up their card, and they take the 1 remaining loot token, which is only worth 1 loot. Or 1 doubloon, sorry. Now we do night actions. The black pirate gains that 1 doubloon for their 1 saber. Then we go over to Granny Wada. Gain 2 doubloons if you're the only player with Granny Wada in your den, otherwise discard all copies. So since both players have played Granny Wada and both players have in their den, this card actually discards from both player dens. So then that ends the night actions for black pirate. The blue pirate, they have the armor the same as the black pirate, but they don't have any sabers, so they can do nothing. Now we move past the night phase. That ends day 4. Now we start day 5. And again, we have a treasure chest and another saber. So this time, the black pirate is going to play this card, and the blue pirate is going to play this card. So we flip them both over, simultaneous. Blue player plays the voodoo witch with a rank of 11, so they're in the first slot, and the captain for the black pirate, rank 29, they go in the second slot. Day actions of this for this day. The voodoo witch says gain 2 doubloons for each of your discarded characters. So for this instance, the blue player has 2 discarded cards, so they're going to pick up 4 doubloons for each of the 2 for each of those discarded cards. The black pirate has the captain. They get to gain 3 doubloons for their day action, so they'll pick those up, put that into their general supply. There's no dusk actions as we go into the dusk phase, so black pirate picks their card up. They have first choice of the loot. They're going to pick up that treasure chest worth 5, leaving the blue pirates pick their card up, and they're going to pick up the saber, but the saber is going to allow them to axe off one of the black pirates' cards. So they're going to kill off their armor, because their armor has been giving them that night bonus each night. The blue pirate's going to take them out. So now we do the night phase. Now the black pirate has no night actions. We go over to the blue pirate. They still have their armorer card, which allows them to gain 1 doubloon for that 1 saber that they have. So we add that to their supply, and that ends the night phase for day 5. Now we're going to begin day 6. It looks like we have a ROM or general goods that's worth 1 doubloon, and then we have a cursed relic. So again, day 6, each player is going to pick up their cards and going to look through these and say, what do we want to play? We don't want to get that curse, so you want to play high possibly here. So the black pirate is going to play this card, and then the blue pirate will play that card. So we're going to flip these over and see what we got. The black pirate has played the topman with a rank of 16, so they go in the first slot, and the blue pirate has played the surgeon, rank 22. We start with the day phase again for the last day, the day 6. No day actions for the topman. The surgeon, however, allows the blue pirate to pick up one of the cards that they've discarded. And they are going to pick up this card and place it back into their hand. And the card that they were going to place back into their hand was Granny Wada. They feel like that card is going to possibly help them maybe in the next campaign. So we then do the dusk actions. Again, no dusk icons, so we just simply go through the blue pirate, picks their card up. They're going to pick up the general good or the rum. I can't remember which that is. I apologize. You could probably make it whatever you want. And then the black pirate's going to pick up the topman. But I would say it's probably rum. Let's get back to that. I'd say rum. That seems more pirate themed. So let's go with some good old rum. Topman. And then they pick up the cursed relic. So now we're going to move into the night actions for day 6. Starting with the black pirate. The black pirate has no night action, so we'll quickly move over to the blue pirate. They have the 1 night action on their armor, gain 1 doubloon for each saber, and they have 1 saber, so they're going to pick up 1 doubloon. And that ends the day or the night action for day 6, and that ends the looting portion of the first campaign. Now we're going to move into day 7, and day 7 starts with us doing our end of campaign actions, and those actions are signified by the green anchor on the cards that each player has in their pirate den. So we'll start again with the black pirate. The black pirate has the captain, which says they need to lose 3 doubloons for each of your cursed relics. Eek. Bit of a bummer. We have 2 cursed relics, so that means we're going to lose 6 total doubloons from our collection. Then our next end of campaign action is the topman, and he says we get to gain 5 doubloons if you're the player with the fewest characters in your den. And we are. The black pirate only has 3 crew members in their den, and the blue pirate has 4. So we get to pick up 1 nifty silver doubloon worth 5. So now we're going to go over to the blue pirate and see what end of campaign actions that they have. And it looks like they just have the 1. They also have the captain. Lose 3 doubloons for each of your cursed relics. They only have 1 cursed relic, so they only lose 3 doubloons. We put those back into the general play area, or the general bank. And now all the end of campaign actions are done, so now what each player would do is tally up their riches that they have gained in the previous 6 days of looting. So each player is going to count up how many doubloons and how much loot that they have in their area, and then we're going to take that number and we're going to move our score token up on the score track. So let's start with the black pirate. We have 5, 10, we have 15 doubloons, and then we have 6 total in loot. We have 5 for the treasure chest and 1 for the rum. However, we still have those cursed relics, which gives us a -6. So that's going to negate our 2 loot tokens, and that's going to give us a total of 15. So we'll take the black pirate score token and we'll move it up to the 15 spot on the score track. And now we're going to move over to the blue pirate and see what they were able to obtain in their looting. They have, let's see here, we got quite a few doubloons here. Let's break these into little piles, easier to count. They have 18 total doubloons. Now let's look at the loot. They have 5 in the treasure chest, 1 in the rum. Sabers are worth nothing. These treasure maps are worth nothing, unfortunately, as well. Treasure maps as a single or a double are worthless. But if you can find 3 of them, they're worth 12 doubloons. So they're actually worth quite a bit if you can get all 3. But in this case, we only have 2, so those are worthless. Saber's worthless. Cursed relic, that's a -3. So we'll just pull 3 doubloons away here. So we have 15 and 6. That gives us 21 for the blue pirate. So let's move their score token up to 21. And that wraps up the first campaign. The first campaign, the blue pirate is ahead by 5. The second campaign and the third campaign play exactly the same in terms of their 6 days of looting. 7th day is end of campaign actions, and then you count your riches. The player at the end of the third campaign with the highest score on the scorecard, that's your winner. And I think it gets pretty interesting as you get into campaign 2 and campaign 3, because you're going to start the very next campaign by the player that started the game by drawing the initial 9 cards off their deck. They're going to draw 6 more, and then they're going to tell all the players what those 6 are, and everybody's going to put those same cards into their hand. So everybody's still playing with essentially the same cards, but once you get to campaign 2 and 3, since you originally started the game with 9, but there's only 6 days, that means you're going to have 3 cards left over at the end of the first campaign. And that means probably the 2 pirates at the table, in this case, are going to have a different 3 cards than each other. So now there's going to be some mixing up that's going to be happening as you play into campaign 2 and 3. The cards are actually going to, even though everybody has the same, now everybody's hands are different because people are going to be playing these cards in different order and different sequence. So there might be a card that I hung on to from campaign 1 that I'm saving all the way till campaign 3, but the blue pirate might have used that card in the first campaign. So things kind of get mixed up a little bit, but that should give you a pretty good idea on how the game plays. I took you through the first campaign, and like I said, there's a total of 3. I think this game plays okay for 2 players. It's okay. It's not great. I think the more players you can get at the table for this game is when this game becomes a whole lot of fun. I think, especially if you can get 4 to 6 players, because that's just that many more pirates that are playing with more crew members out on the ship, and there's that many more loot tokens that everybody's kind of fighting for. So there's a lot more randomization, and there's a lot more kind of cutthroat bluffing and backstabbing that's going to be happening at the table when you have more players. Hopefully this gives you a good idea of how Libertalia plays. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hopefully it was insightful. If you like the game, I recommend running down to your local game shop, pick it up, invite some friends over and play it. If you like the video, give us a thumbs up. That lets us know if we're doing things right and this is what you like to see. If not, let us know in the comment box below what you'd like to see, or if you have any questions. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and keep gaming, guys.